Hello YouTube, in today's video we're going to be discussing and going over the most recent showcase for Resident Evil 4 Remake, shown at the latest Resident Evil showcase back in October. To start, we are going to go over gameplay. It seems that the first villager's house is expanded on. Leon travels down to find one of his escorts dead. Leon can hear the other escort crying for help on the other dead escort's radio. And then traveling back where he came from, a ganado with his neck cracked open, along with a Las Plagas coming out, which seems to be due to the prior encounter with Leon, is silently coming down after him. Capcom shows continuity by having the Las Plagas coming out due to the time being early morning, and that the Las Plagas is more active at night, since it cannot be exposed to natural light. They also incorporated the usage of crouching that we've also seen in Resident Evil 7 in Resident Evil Village.
We are also shown a quick button counter that works contrary to Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 Remake. The only difference is that health is reduced faster compared to a knife counter we will get to in a bit. The gameplay heads into a cutscene. It shows Leon getting confirmation of Ashley's whereabouts and contacts Hunnigan. A trio of ganados run up and it leads up to Leon jumping out of a window. A better substitute to the player having to control Leon to do it in the original, since the ganados are at the front door.
Next we are shown the first village fight. It looks absolutely beautiful. Capcom really shows their creativity and innovation by constantly introducing new things to their constantly improving engine. We are now able to execute combos and little parries. This is looking amazing for future remakes, especially since Resident Evil 5 and Resident Evil 6 took combos to the next level. They even showed a cool inclusion of using the environment by shooting the lantern and the cow runs into surrounding ganados. Now on to the easily missed but iconic cutscene with Dr. Salvador. He is absolutely terrifying and a giant improvement from the original. We can sling ganados at him, which also shows him in the animation of which would be a one-hit kill as he charges at Leon with the chainsaw forward.
As something we noticed since we are big fans of both, the meatiness of the guns remind us a lot of the Evil Within. It wouldn't be out of the ordinary considering the video they did with Shinji Mikami recently, the creator of Resident Evil and the Evil Within. It would be amazing if he had any help in this remake, considering the restrictions he had on the original, due to time constraint.
Throughout the gameplay, and as we mentioned before, we can either parry with a knife or do a button prompt. The button prompt takes a bit of health, while the knife takes damage, same as in Resident Evil 2 Remake. We can parry with our knife from getting grabbed from in front of us, but we have to use a button prompt when getting grabbed from behind. They also show that you can use your knife on ganados if they are knocked on the floor. And for the last knife parry, we can actually parry Dr. Salvador's chainsaw, something we were not able to do in the original. Only downfall, and respectfully so, it breaks your knife as a whole, leaving you vulnerable and giving realism to not make you feel too safe.
Going back onto Dr. Salvador, and the last information we just talked about, his movements are actually familiar. He moves the same way as the Chainsaw Majini in Resident Evil 5. He swings his chainsaw around just like the Chainsaw Majini, breaking and reconstructing the environment. Shows how Capcom puts so much effort into always finding something new in their games. We would love to see a similar style for the Chainsaw Majini in a potential remake of Resident Evil 5.
We are also shown a glimpse of the Merchant, who funnily enough sounds as the same voice actor as the Duke. The menu is different than anything we've seen, and now we have certain gems that give us special items. We also see Leon having an animation of opening a drawer with handgun bullets. These types of simple animations give such realism and shows how much detail Capcom puts in. We will talk more about this in a review for the third person mode in Resident Evil Village in a later video.
This concludes and wraps up the gameplay trailer shown for Resident Evil 4 Remake. For our next video, we will go deeply into the story trailer and what we would like to see along with what we think will happen.
And if you enjoyed that video, please hit the like button and comment down below what you thought. And with that being said, have a good day.